Welcome to Before Your Eyes Data Cocoon. We have a new structured model for you to look at today. We're going to jump straight into it. It is completely different to what we've been used to. And essentially what we have here is the ability to generate multiple models for the same data set. So quite simply over here, you choose your data set and we'll choose that one today. You imported the CSV into the system. It's already loaded with Flash. And just give you an orientation. Here we have a Sandkey. It looks like an index. It's actually a Sandkey. And it integrates with the system itself. In this case, we have an index structure. We have close on about 8 or 9 models to look at. And if you click there, you'll see it's already hot linked appropriately. And if we go further, we can drill down to the actual item, which we'll see in a moment. And over here, we have a hovering label come helicopter come gyroscope. And if you look at it, it will provide you with a graphical interface on that view. I just want to switch models, and to switch models, we are currently at that model. Go to this model here, and we can see data over time. As it changes, you can see the changes taking place. If you wanted to see it a little bit more focused and only that, we have got also a two-dimensional representation of that. And all the statistical data is on the inspector column on this side over here. And there you can see the two-dimensional representation of the data as I go through it. So it changes. And we'll once again come back here and change models. They're all dynamic, they're all preloaded into the system. System's extremely efficient. And we push through the rows. We'll have quick see at the rows. We can obviously drill down at any point. And you'll see that it's not that it's out of focus. It's purposely done that way. Only the item that is being drilled into is in focus. Drill out, everything's clear. And then again, we can bring in the Sandkey relative to that. And then the Sandkey is linked, as we said, to the model itself accordingly. Go like this. Single click will activate that, as you can see. Double click activates the drill down, and the hovering or helicopter version of that is over here. Position at any point that's comfortable for your viewing and observation. Labels are integrated, and then we can change at liberty to any one of the multiplicity of models that are available. There's a fine hex variation of it. There are grid frames and several others that you can play with. The best of the first few. And then, of course, there's the table view of this. Table is very interesting because this is the importation frequency structure of the entire system. You can collapse them and only get the pure index off that, or expand them and get the entire view. It also works simultaneously and asynchronously with the drill down. So if I had to drill down on, let's say, this section here, I'm expecting only to see that portion in some fashion in the table. And there we are. I clicked on that, and only the one section that I clicked on is highlighted. The rest are what we call slightly out of focus, but that's done for purposefully, so you can see what we're drilling down through. a quick click out and we're into the entire system again. Obviously, the time period is quite important, data over time, so we go back to the rows model and we play through time, and then we adjust time accordingly. We can look at a frame of time and we can set it up from the beginning so it's just a sliver of time as opposed to looking at the entire model. You look at the sliver, you can select it, look at the data accordingly. We can scale the data, which is the same as what I've been doing. It depends if you're on a touch screen or whatever. But on a touch screen, these are my fingers that are moving it around. Or you can control it, as I said, with lots of other controls that it has. You also have the ability in this system, which is fairly unique, of seeing the different levels. You can set it to parent, and I'm going to bring it right at the beginning again. And here we can look at the different rings. I can just look at the parent ring, or I can look at the child ring or a grandchild ring, and then observe the data within that structure and see how that affects it. So with that said, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Martin Kagan.